All right, guys, that was a great song, wasn't it? Yeah. So, what are we doing today, guys? We got something fun to do.
Yeah,
I think.
we are going.
We didn't plan this at all.
Hey,
Yeah, dude, this is...
Calm down.
I feel way more comfortable not planning anything.
I'm the brains of this podcast. So I've got shit games for you guys.
Ali, come on. It's not saying much.
Dude, it makes me nervous when we have plans.
10-year-olds dress better
I've
than me.
lost it. I've
Homeless
lost it.
people dress better than him.
Hey, look at these shoes.
Ooh. Who'd you kill to get there? And I'm only half joking when I say that.
The Tsar of Estonia.
I thought these were fuckboy shoes.
I don't know.
They're fuckboy shoes, right?
I don't know. Everything's a fuckboy thing these days. Ooh, fuckboy socks, fuckboy pants.
No, the socks are not fuckboy at all. Those and like none of the other items are. Those shoes, I think, are. It just gives off the vibe. I'm a musician. I can play the guitar. I'll play it for you once and then never speak to you again.
Jesus.
All right, so this
Which one of us is from Pakistan?
this
Take a
game
guess. These are
is
cool guitar shoes.
this game is suggested by Jared from Patreon. Thank you,
Shout out, Jared.
Thank you, Jared.
for
That's very
doing
nice
the work
of you, isn't
for
it?
me.
Thank you, brother.
The game is called Florida or Africa.
This is a cool game.
Proceed. I know exactly what it's going to be.
I have-
Alligators in Florida or Africa.
No. I have 5 news stories. They could either be
long-
from Africa or they could be from Florida.
Please.
And you guys and you guys have to come up with the
The benefits of having a primarily
Culture
stoner audience.
Quick shout out
it
for our
was
sponsor,
recommended.
Culture Kings, for dressing this.
And also, guys, just in the Twitch, I want to know, I'm very curious about this. How many of you right now are blazed? I
Yeah.
just want a little survey of that.
What?
In fact,
1/3
Matt,
of the
get up a poll going, and I really want to see this. And be honest, this is an honest system. If you aren't blazed, and even if you've just toked a little and you're just vibing it, not good enough. You have to be red deep. Know what I'm saying?
No.
I don't really know
because
the
he is
lingo.
blazed. He
Are you
can't
ripped?
understand.
Red deep. Yeah, okay, Blaze.
I can tell you
and
1/3
probably Ali is ripped.
1/3 of the pod hosts may have some influence against,
Yeah, dude.
and it's Jordan.
This guy's a walking weed leaf. Like
No,
the amount
I'm
of weed.
not. Like, I have-
Nah, dude, there's nothing wrong with that.
But do you want to know what the punishment is? Do you guys know
Just glad it's not cat
what
food.
was day before yesterday?
What?
It was the second Eid of the year. We have 2 in a year. So what happens is girls
Stop bloody invading.
put on henna tattoos that last for ages.
Oh, the punishment's henna, is it?
So the punishment is whoever loses,
Yeah.
the winner gets to tattoo whatever the fuck they want
That's
on
cool.
their arm.
That's
because
cool.
I
And if
thought
it's
of
Miss Love on his neck,
look. Here's the thing. I did think of.
he's down for it.
I thought it was. I wanted it to be the neck, but then I realized that he has an interview. We don't want to take the name.
No, we can't.
Okay,
I've
so
learned my
it's
lesson.
like, surprise, it's a Labour politician. So,
Surprise, surprise.
and I think just him having something on his neck is probably not going to go down too well.
Nah, that'd be
so it has to
awesome.
be his arm.
Young Jimmy.
Yeah, you get to decide if you win. So, or he gets to write it on your neck, or whatever he decides if you
Fair
lose.
enough.
Okay.
What is that shit?
Well, there's all that.
I've got, these are 5 news
And
stories.
this guy denies he's a stoner.
Yeah, I know.
So the punishment is henna tattoos.
At least it's not a real tattoo
Don't
gun.
pretend you don't like it. You like the idea of being pretty.
It was... Give us a look. Can I just see it?
Yeah, you can see
It's
it.
black magic. Yeah.
Oh, is that what the directions say?
Step 1.
Just play the game.
Play to... Is this halal safe? I'm not using it
It
otherwise.
is. It does say halal.
Yes.
It does say halal.
Yes.
Where does
Are you offended by that?
73% of the audience are not high. That's still pretty.
That's
Still pretty high. That's still pretty amazing.
15%?
27%.
27, yeah.
Rip on my hippie friends.
Where is
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
That's
That's a
nice number.
that makes me...
that's a distressing.
Now, the other
No,
question
I'm
is
into
Twitch.
it. I'm into that.
What's it like?
What's
What,
it
being
like?
blazed?
Do you, have you forgotten?
I forgot, but the 2 things that I watched when I was stoned in my stoner days, Gardening Australia, Fox News.
Shit.
That was my taste.
And Jordan
I hate
was a
stoner films.
And you were a stoner. You were.
Yeah, yes, for a brief 6-month period, I was like,
That was it?
iffy
The
into
bucket
it, but-
bong period. As you would like to.
Those are fucking
Bucket bongs
intense.
or cookies.
Yeah.
It never occurred to
Cookies
us
are
that a joint
intense.
might have
the
sufficed.
East Side.
Ooh, do you
crew-
like edibles? Can you handle that shit?
No, I
Miss, I
cannot.
can't handle anything.
I cannot.
I remember
Edibles
once
is
he
too much.
toked at a party, and it was that Simpsons joke of "It begins." Ah! He just ran out of the party.
No.
Yeah, you didn't come back.
Huh.
Do you remember wigging out
Fancy that.
at
Just.
Bose?
Ah. Yeah. No, you weren't there for that.
Wasn't I?
No. But there was a
I must have heard it off the grapevine.
There was, yeah, you did. There was a situation. Where it literally was that. It begins, and I just ran out the door, and then I basically just like passed out somewhere in the city, like in the rain, just been like, "Ugh," like in Apocalypse Now. That did happen.
And that was from a joint, dude.
No,
That
it wasn't a joint.
It was a cookie
What was
or
it?
something.
Some cones. But
Ooh, slightly more hardcore. It wasn't even a bucket
Recedes
bong.
quicker too.
yeah, but that's a whole different kettle of fish.
No, but like, dude, edibles is insane.
Yeah, I've had them.
As someone who has dabbled in the world of cannabis, I can say the
It is
most fucked up
insane.
thing about edibles is there's no fucking on and off switch on that stuff.
I know. I had some in the Big Apple, and it was. I like brushed my teeth for like an hour.
Okay, first one. I'm just gonna randomly choose. Jordan, you have to go first. You have to tell me, is this news story from Florida or Africa?
Oh,
Baptist Church.
Shut up.
sorry.
Baptist Church encourages followers to swallow instead of spit. That's the headline of the news article.
God.
Not kidding. Genuinely. I can go on, but like...
I would like one or two more sentences, just out of curiosity. Where does that go?
Some of them don't have them, but like Edgewater's Bella Vista Baptist Church decided to throw up a sign in front of that announced to passerbys that forgiveness is swallowing when you want to spit, which though true led to one or two more people to think that the sign might be talking about something else. That was like legit a news thing.
Well, that's obviously Florida in it.
Why?
Because as if Africa has money for signs.
It's a big continent.
Well,
Tunisia's there.
I would accuse you of racism if you weren't so goddamn right.
There you go.
So yeah, there's point one.
See, that's how you use logic, kids. Don't be afraid of it.
Jesus, common sense.
Okay, Miss Love, for you.
Yo.
Parliamentary candidate claims to communicate telepathically with space aliens.
Oh, that's tough. Can I have a bit more than that too, or nah?
No, you can't.
Okay. Wait, say it again.
Parliamentary candidate claims to communicate
Look, it's
telepathically
got to
with
be
space aliens.
Like, I want to say Florida, but it's got to be Africa.
You are wrong. It is Florida.
Shit.
They have parliament?
No, it said congressional, but I didn't want to say congressional because it just like...
Well, that is very misleading and devious of you, and you were clearly trying to make him answer
God.
it.
Well, if I had said congressional, it would have been obvious, but
No, I
parliament
probably-
could
I
be any
probably
country.
would.
It would be obvious to miss
I wouldn't have had a clue, but I thought that'd be Africa, but all right. I'll have to take
Clearly.
that, yeah.
I love how racism is going to go against you in this one. Usually it's only done wonders for you. You're not racist. I'm kidding. I'm the racist one. Sorry. Okay.
Jesus Christ, dude.
So many
Let's all, yeah. There's
Cool, Dad.
baseless. It's all good. We're
Let's
all
not get
racist.
Jacinda Ardern to comment on us as well, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to wear a plastic bag and make a video about you. Jordan, next one for you. What? Man runs naked through a woman's home, stops to try on her clothes. Africa or Florida?
I think I did that last week.
Third option, Australia.
Isn't that just everywhere on Earth?
Well, yeah.
There's got to be one guy that
Definitely.
goes, oh, is that Chanel?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to say, because there's been too many so far, but this really seems like it's a global phenomenon, and I'm just going to add the caveat that I'm going to say Africa, but I also think it happened in Florida at some point in history.
Well, I don't know if it happened in Africa, but it certainly happened in Florida.
So I was half right, half
You
point.
were wrong. So
Oh,
you're
come on.
1-0. All right, Miss Love.
Wait, 1-0. Didn't I lose one?
You lost one and he won one. Okay.
No. Ali, if you're going to be the game's master, you have to actually keep score
Simple
properly.
I did. You got one right.
Yes.
And you haven't gotten a single one right.
Okay.
Oh,
You're one,
right, okay.
and you're
so
0.
He's right. He's right.
Now it makes sense.
Okay.
Thanks for keeping us up to speed, Game Master.
All right, Miss Love, for you.
Yeah.
Dog shows up at a police station to report himself missing.
What?
A dog seemingly reported himself missing at a police station.
I think that news
Well,
report's
that is
wrong.
a very adorable story.
But I think that news report is not factually correct, Ali.
Yeah, look,
Really?
we're not doing. This isn't the fucking ABC.
Do you
We're not
remember
doing
once
fact
when-
checking.
No, you weren't there, but that dog that you hated, Snoopy, there was just one of those little
Yeah.
mops that doesn't have a handle on
A
the top. As soon
moving
as you
mop.
break the handle off, it just turns into a Maltese Terrier. I don't know how that magic works in society, but that happened. It was staying at our house. Zeus had locked himself out to do a pee, and then it started pissing down rain. And then that dog ran into my room going, I was like, shut up, Snoopy.
Yeah, that was.
But then I realised he was warning me. He was the axe murderer in the back of the car.
There to help you all
Called out.
along.
So, mate, dogs are smarter than what we give them credit for.
Yeah, apparently this dog
True.
was like reported missing, and then he just like was
turned himself in.
walking around the neighborhood, and then he went into the police station. They're like, "Hey, isn't that the dog we're looking for?" So that's what happened with this dog. So is it Africa or Florida, Miss Love?
Do they have smart dogs in Africa? That's the big question.
No, they probably have all those crap dogs in Thailand. That you just look at them and you think, are you a dog or a half-eaten Snickers bar?
Yeah, it's got to be Florida.
It's Africa. You're wrong.
Okie
All right,
not
last
good at this.
one,
Well,
Jordan, for you.
That explains a lot of the quality journalism that's coming out of it.
Last one. If you get this
I think
one
he's already won.
right, Jordan, then you win. Zombies want this woman dead. 39-year-old says evil voices have driven her out of her home and her job.
Come
Thank
on.
God.
So easy.
Well, that's obvious.
What?
Do I even need to say it?
Yeah, everyone
I feel
knows.
like saying the answer to that is the most racist thing I'll ever say in my life.
What?
yeah.
Because it's obviously Africa.
It is Africa. You guys are right.
Wins.
So now, here you go. You get to decide what to write on Miss Love's
This
neck.
is going to be bad. How long does it stay on for?
A few days.
Guys, what do you reckon? Twitch, I think we should give you the honours.
Yeah.
What are we going to write on Miss Love's neck?
Can I go to the bathroom first? Something's wrong with my guts.
We'll go to an ad break. We'll talk to you guys for 15 minutes.
No,
and
why
when
are
we
we
come
going
back,
to an
we'll
ad
kick Miss
break?
Love in the guts.
yeah. No, we
I'll
gotta
just
do
tell
it.
you what they're saying,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going
which
to the
is
bathroom.
nothing
I don't
right
know
now.
what's wrong with me. Ad?
Oh,
Can we go to an ad?
someone just told us to like draw the dick emoji, I think.
Well,
The
that's
word
one suggestion.
Africa.
If we could get some more, that'd
Well,
be
get some
great.
suggestions and I'll be back. You can.
Incest
So many
rules.
cocks. I think it's going to have to be that, Miss.
Oh, dude, some
Are you
of
okay
them-
with that, mate?
Yeah, I mean, look, if it has to be done, it has to be done.
penis with pen 15?
No, okay. All right. How about this? How about this? Is
I
just a-
heart ScoMo.
Do a poll. Oh, I don't want that.
I think
Draw
incest
bloods
rules-
versus meat. Guys, they're more cock obsessed than we are. That's all they've got. Swastika, well, that'd be fitting, wouldn't it? Pornhub, that'd also be fitting. I love Muslims. I like.
Oh, we're doing that.
Put
We're
it
doing that.
on. All right. What about that? No borders.
No. I heart Muslims.
I Heart Muslims is great.
Ramadan rocks.
And Pussy Crusher is also genius.
So many options.
All these stoner Einsteins.
You want to do it on his face or his neck? What do you reckon?
I would really like to do it on his neck. But I think we should give him some agency on that. Maybe he has to go to job interviews. Who knows?
No, he doesn't have to go to any
So
interview.
true. And even if it was just a box factory and he goes in there, he's like, I love Muslims. Well, that is the least offensive thing tattooed on anyone's neck in here.
I heart Muslims. Can we make a heart instead?
Alpha simp on his forehead. Damn, you are taking no prisoners, leaky butler. Do not resuscitate. That would really fit in with kicking him really hard in the guts.
Nothing to do with Clive. I love Clive Palmer. Mujahideen hater.
Thirsty Merc's pretty good.
Ooh,
Can we all just
halal meat.
appreciate that gag that Miss Love said last? I was rewatching a podcast of ours. One of the jokes that he said just completely slipped under the radar, but it is the tomb of the unknown gag. That it deserves that much respect.
What do you say?
Just walking into the same shop as Thirsty Merc, the guy that was the head of it or whatever, and he getting really scared and trying to walk out because he was so scared that that guy would recognize him as to how much he has tooled Thirsty Merc's Facebook page.
Oh yeah,
And him saying, hey, you're that guy that paid out Thirsty Merc. What is funny about Thirsty Merc?
And you know what's crazy? He genuinely was scared about that. He thought he was going to get recognized. Do you think that happens with all trolls? Where
What?
they're like just genuinely petrified.
They
if
would have
see?
the anxiety despite the fact that they have a Pepe frog as their display, so you can't identify them anyway, but they would.
Yeah,
Anyway, I'm just going to look at a couple more. Okay, if people are loving I Love Thirsty Berg, I think Petey's onto the winner here.
Yeah, all right. Let's
Guys,
do it.
all right, because he's still on the crapper and will be for hours because he's gone in there with his phone and has forgot that he's supposed to be doing his job at the moment, which is the only hour that he works in the entire week.
Yeah, it's
And he's
true.
currently shitting and trolling Thirsty Berg as
Yeah.
we speak.
Half an hour in, he needs a break.
So,
Should I-
we'll get the poll going. How many of you guys think that we should tattoo on his neck, I love Thirsty Merc? And also, shout out to whoever came up with that. That is a genius suggestion. And thank you, Petey, for having the ever vigilant eyes that saw it.
Much, much, much later.
Yeah.
Now,
I love
let's
that
draw
joke.
I love Thirsty Merc on Miss Love's ash.
All right, let's do it.
Oh my what?
So, where are we putting it, guys?
On the neck.
Are we actually going to... Because would
Neck
that
or
be
arm?
great? Come on. I love Thirsty Merc on the neck.
You know what I liked? Because I was reading the comments in there.
See? What did I tell you?
He's like, oh, this podcast's great. I'm going to watch it every time.
I think thirsty for Merc is better. I would love to do the arm, but if we have to do the neck, we can do
No,
the
we
neck.
must do the neck.
Thirsty for... How many people come up with this stuff?
All right, come on, let's do
How
it.
many days will be... A few days it'll be...
But how does this happen, Ali? Can you do it? 'Cause
Just
we
like,
probably-
no, you have to
black-
write it. You just write it like a pen. Just
Yeah, but what is
press
it, like
on
hummus?
Press
Is
on
it like...
Yeah. And then just like...
Can we do... So
and it's gonna dry
arm
it.
or neck?
Get up and bend over.
Oh, all right. Oh, God. Can you get
So
a
you just
zoom
push it out like that?
Head back, Ali.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm very scared that this is just going to explode.
Do you want me to do it?
Yes, you please do it.
It's gonna... You don't have the power. I'm actually into that. That is way too hilarious to do thirsty for Merc. How did that even happen? Where did that come from? Who knows? Like, who
You have to cut this bit off. Because I've never done it.
who suggested
All right, I think that we're just going to have to go to an ad break. Oh, you did it with your bare teeth.
do it? Oh God, I hope this doesn't. Ow! Is this a real tattoo gun?
Yeah.
Middle Eastern quality.
Probably wasn't the best idea to do this live.
This has been the most ramshackle fucking his shitty thing. Me being like, my guts hurt. I gotta go.
There's a knife. I'll be back.
Can we go to an ad break?
Another joke?
No.
Pete, can we go to an ad break?
entertaining.
Let's just go to an ad break and we'll talk to Twitch.
Another joke?
Look it up. 10 best jokes.
I was also listening to Led Zeppelin there.
Okay, Miss Love, this is the only time I'm ever going to have a serious discussion about your job.
Yep.
Can you actually do your job?
Sometimes.
Yeah, I guess that's the answer.
That's the only answer I can give you.
Take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it. Comes with the territory, bruh. Can we do the arm? No? All right, do the neck. Fuck.
And that's what you get for listening to a Led Zeppelin song, which how long do they go for? 7 minutes?
Like 50. Sorry. All right.
All right, in the meantime, while that's happening, I'll answer some questions. What have we got here? The Itchy and Scratchy Show. That's not a question. Jordan, where is your self-help channel, You Wank? I better step my game up, actually. That's actually a really good point. I will start
What's the spelling of thirsty Merc?
Oh, it's so big.
I did that little kid thing where like I've run out of space.
Okay, just write TM.
I'm going-
Just write TM. You can't fit thirsty Merc now. You don't have space.
Can you just
He's not an elephant. He doesn't have a neck that
can
big.
you just relay, Jordan, that I'm going to like a very serious family dinner on Friday? It stinks.
This
Going
is
to
a
across the whole
terrible idea.
Are you going all the way across the fucking whole net?
This
Fucking
is
serious?
so
That wasn't part of the fucking
stupid.
deal.
I love thirsty Merc.
Fucking cunt.
So everyone in the studio is freaking out. It's testament to you, Miss Love, that you are the most relaxed man right now.
What's the spelling of Merc?
It's
M-E-R-C.
M-E-R-C. Where are you going?
And that's how you make henna tattoos.
Hold up. No, you're.
Surely you've run out of neck.
Ali, this is so much worse than a prison
He's
tat.
going around the corner.
Ruined the sea. Stop moving here.
Put some flair in there as well, 'cause it's just words. I want to see some like accents.
No, put the little French thing on the
It
the
fucking
French E thing.
stinks.
Yeah, it stinks. That's the best part.
Oh.
You want to put
This is coming from a man whose entire diet is salted meat. Him saying it stinks.
I need a mirror. I want to see this. It's on. Oh.
Yeah, you really don't want to see it.
Is it done?
I'm sorry, my writing is pretty bad.
Is it done?
That's over.
Well, look, I can't
You're
see it.
done.
Oh, God, this is going to be really bad. Well, come on, sub up. Fuck me.
I think we do really deserve some new
It
patrons.
feels like glitter. Like, what's the? It feels like glitter paint. Like, is
and
it?
you're not even at a festival.
So
is it like
what's
it doesn't
gonna
fit-
happen?
Five-man
Yeah,
party.
what's gonna happen? Tell
What's
me.
gonna happen now is you're just gonna let it dry up, and then it's gonna become like all fucking flaky. Then you take it off, and it's gonna be there.
And for how long, Ali?
It depends on how
Frequently
the
he
quality.
showers. Well, he does take hour-long showers.
It
so it'll be
depends
over
on like
tomorrow.
henna. Maybe like some chick that like knows about this can tell us. But like apparently, if it's good henna, it can last for like a week.
Oh no!
If it's shit, it could like go away in 2 days.
Dude, I'm going to like a serious family dinner in 2 days with like all my relatives in like a round table.
You're an entire family of people asking, Mace, what these days?
Just days. Like, oh, it's gonna be horrible. Dude, you know what it feels like? Say it looks like shit.
Okay,
No,
it's
it's-
like shit.
It feels like cold shit.
It is. It tastes. It smells horrible.
It stinks like shit and it feels like cold shit. I think.
all right. Well,
Say it one more time.
And it feels like cold shit. iPad.
all right, Miss Love. This is
Can
gonna
I
be.
move my neck?
Yeah, now
Yeah,
you
you
can
can
move
do
it
whatever you like
want.
now.
It stinks so badly. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, it smells horrible. But this is a question. This was
That
again
was
a segment
insanity.
that one of our patrons requested. Patrons, and I think this might help you. This might be. You might like this. So K-Man wants to know which conspiracy theory do you guys genuinely subscribe to? Not that you think it's cool or you think it's funny, that you genuinely believe in this this conspiracy theory.
Just quickly, what did you actually write?
I heart thirsty Merc.
Fuck.
But in
All
like
right,
a
let's move
doctor's
on.
handwriting without being a doctor or
Let's move on. Okay, what was the question?
What conspiracy theory do you genuinely believe in?
Thank God Dome King isn't on this podcast.
Why?
Well,
Because all of them.
Oh, really?
all of the above.
Oh, it's on.
Even the ones that contradict
Yeah.
each other. Those
I've
are the
got-
ones he believes in the most.
Yeah. I'll kick off if you guys are thinking of one.
Yours are going to be so lame.
What?
I think Greenland is a little smaller than what is represented on most maps.
I would say.
Well, actually, that's true, isn't it?
What a nut!
But like, you know how all of our maps are wrong? Like every map is wrong.
Yeah, I know, dude. Yeah.
Fuck off, whatever. Okay,
Yeah, but
so
see,
mine,
you do believe in it.
mine
Wacko
is-
confirmed.
mine is like, Alex Jones is mind control. Dude, mind control is a legitimate thing.
That's not a conspiracy.
That's not even a conspiracy.
But like, I don't believe in lizards and shit, so.
Hang on. What are you defining as mind control here?
I'm saying that the government is decided what they want you to believe, and they put it out there so that you only would look at that stuff and nothing else. Mind
What is
control.
scary? Everyone apart from the Friendlyjordies family would actually think that is a conspiracy.
yeah, there's
Yeah, dude. Like,
There's very few people that don't. Even when I talk to senior Labor politicians, sometimes when I talk to media bias about them, you can see their eyes glaze over and just being like, yeah, whatever you say, whack job. It was nice meeting you,
Yeah.
Professor Nutcase.
I mean, I probably.
I can't be in politics and that oblivious.
Anything to do with tech that's a little bit more out there, I tend to be like, yeah, I believe that. Like anything like that, mind control shit, like Star Wars. Or, well, wait, that actually happened. I don't know, just all that.
What's actually happened?
Can you elaborate?
Isn't that what they call the nuclear
What
thing?
else does he need to elaborate on it?
Yeah.
What?
Oh wait, yeah, that happened. Wait, so you think like the movie Star Wars?
No, like the Russian missile Star Wars thing.
Oh, Reagan's Star Wars
Yeah,
program.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
But look, if anything is like not that mental, I tend to be like, yep, I believe it. Like half of the shit Alex Jones says, I think is like I believe, but like so a lot of stuff.
What do you mean half?
Well, like yeah, like a
like
lot.
fluoride? Do you believe that fluoride is?
No, I don't believe the fluoride thing because like you know you two seem well. You know, you didn't grow up here, but this kid seems pretty bright. He's been drinking fluoride his whole life. If it was just,
these pearly
if
whites.
I was the only test
still-
subject, I'd be like, oh my God, fluoride. But like looking at like the rest of the world, I'm like, nah, I think it just gives you good teeth.
Isn't it amazing
Everyone-
that his version of a nursery rhyme, what he listens to while going to sleep, is Alex Jones sitting
Yeah, I do.
every night saying, we all know that COVID was created by Google. I mean, that's just on record.
Yeah, because you know why though? You know why? Because he is the most imaginative, like creative sort of storyteller there is.
Yeah.
Like that for a 30-year-old.
Should be reading bedtime
Well,
stories,
for a
shouldn't it?
30-year-old, like getting read Aladdin as you sleep,
In like
like
his southern accent, like, "But this," and then we went and we saw
why is he
Princess.
Bane? Why does he sound like Bane?
Yeah, because like my accents are like my impressions are shit. You know
I
that.
was born in Texas.
Just in Texas.
Do you like barbecue? No, but he is my bedtime story reader.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So half of the shit you
So
believe.
half of the things Alex Jones says is the answer.
Yes.
What's
Not that
yours?
far off from Dough Cake.
Yeah.
I know yours.
It's not even
The
untrue.
giant squid. I have a feeling you genuinely believe that.
Well, that's true too.
the giant squid.
That's true as well, isn't that?
You don't think they don't exist?
Well, like
Why
someone's
is
like
this black?
driving the squid and shit. What is the exact conspiracy about giant squid?
That they exist?
They do exist.
But how? What do you mean? How big are they?
I don't know what you're saying.
Yuck.
No, like
You're actually, God.
But didn't you-
You are so blue-pilled, you think giant squids are a conspiracy.
but you think like but don't you think that they're gonna take over?
Oh, no. Well, apparently with the event of climate change.
Yeah, Miss Love, I can't look at your
Miss
neck
Love,
anymore.
please. That was in the past.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's because I smell like a fucking Pakistani stall market, and fuck me. Ugh.
Yes, he does.
Guys, if we get enough subs, can we just force Miss Love to have heaps of cumin in his pockets as long as it's
All
on?
the time.
Fuck.
Do you think your mom's gonna be angry at me? Is she like pissed off at me as we speak?
Nah, she's
No,
probably
she's
just
probably
laughing.
stopped
She's just
watching at this
laughing. She's
point.
probably just laughing.
Okay, good.
Yeah, they would just laugh.
Sorry, continue. So there you go. The squids are gonna come and take over.
But that's a fact, right?
Yeah. With the advent of climate change, they are becoming the dominant species, and they think that they will outlast us. Once we're wiped out, so they will be the dominant species on Earth.
Man, I was reading something today. Like,
That's awesome.
It's pretty
Life's
awesome.
life's got really interesting the last few years. But anyway, go on.
Yeah.
no, but like I was reading something today, which was, believe it or not, written in 2009, and I know this is gonna be like really basic knowledge for like everyone. That apparently, did you know that climate change is way more fucked than I thought it was? Man, we've like.
Such a dad.
But like it's like yeah, I was just reading it and it's like we're already late. Like we're fucked.
Dude, there's that whole thing about the what's it called? Like the permafrost in the North Pole, and that's basically got like all the remnants of like prehistoric age just frozen, and they're saying that like where it's melting to the point where that's going to start melting, and if that starts melting, basically like intense like dinosaur gases are going to just spew into the world, and it's just going to be like Armageddon. And that's going to happen. Like they're like, yeah, that's pretty much going to happen soon.
Yeah, I have no reason to doubt that theory.
Yeah.
There's no loopholes there at all.
Yeah. And
Telling you, eco-fascist. That's what we need.
an eco-fascist.
Yeah.
What, like
Just some wombat that can walk upright that declares himself king.
that would be cool. Like
Yeah.
in Animal Farm.
Something like that.
Yeah, and that would be sick. That would be
That's
sick.
different. That's the quote that you remember from Animal Farm.
Well, have you listened to the have you watched the movie? The animation?
I haven't. Yeah, there's an animation. of
animation,
it.
yeah.
But the animation scared me too much because I was thinking the whole time you look at it. Have you ever seen those animated porns from the 60s? It's at that level.
No, I haven't. But if you had seen that movie, then you would understand because half the dialogue is half of it. That is why that's the main thing I got from it.
Good writers. Dude,
God,
this
I
actually
stink.
brings me to like another segment. We can tie it in.
Oh, actually, just to point this out, the things that I think are conspiracies that I think are true, they're all political. Kevin Rudd was overthrown by the CIA.
Such boring
I know
ones.
you'd hate that.
But that's all. Yeah.
You think that's boring?
Nah, they're all right. But like they're not
Gough
as...
Whitlam overthrown by the CIA.
Ooh, a little bit of left
Left
field,
field
one.
that one.
there.
You never heard that one before. And have you heard this
Let
one?
me guess. CIA?
JFK was killed by the
CIA,
CIA.
yeah.
Oh yeah, but I don't believe that.
You don't?
Yeah,
do-
I've seen the Oliver Stone movie.
Oh,
I
and
still
also
don't buy it.
9/11 was an inside job.
Yeah, everyone's seen Loose Change, right?
No, not to that extent, but pretty close to that.
Really?
Wait, do you actually genuinely believe that?
Well, it is on record that Dick Cheney started all of these. What happens if a plane hits a major American monument on that day? And then when there was people saying like, "Is this a test or not anymore?" It was going. The orders were going at him, and he was just being like, "Yeah, just let it go."
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, there's
And
some...
there is definitely on record that they knew that Osama bin Laden was planning to attack the towers.
yeah, a few
and they
weeks
did nothing.
before too.
Yeah, well, months.
Yeah,
You know
In
which
fact,
one...
Alex Jones knew about it. He called it.
Yeah, he's called...
So yeah, he's right. He's right 50% of the
he
time.
calls a lot of this shit. He called the frogs are turning gay. Called
You
that.
know what? I remember when I first saw Fahrenheit 9/11 that Michael Moore
Yeah.
wrote? Well, I was a kid because it was like whenever it came out, and I didn't know anything about this documentary. I didn't even think about 9/11 that much. Just accepted it like a loser that Osama bin Laden was responsible for it. And then I watched this as a kid, and I came out was scared. I was like, why would they let a kid know all of these secrets? I know so much now. These adults are gonna think I'm a fool because like I know this woke shit. Like it scared me that I'm like I've got so much wisdom in me now.
I have to say the moon landing one is just bullshit. That's such a crap one, I reckon. I don't buy...
I wasn't expecting that. That truly is left of field.
What, that I don't believe...
How do you
man
explain
didn't
that
land.
flag?
Really?
How do you explain that flag?
And you know what else wouldn't
I mean,
surprise me?
I don't know how to explain the flag, but it's like... I also think it's irrelevant too, because it's like, did man land on the moon? It's like, well, the Chinese definitely did. The Russians definitely did. The Americans definitely have many times
Chinese
after.
haven't
it.
done it.
I think they have.
No, I don't think they have.
Oh,
I think
well-
it's only the Americans that have landed on the moon.
No, I swear the Russians have.
Well,
No, they've just been in
Sputnik.
space.
Yeah.
As have the Chinese.
No, they've landed on the moon, and mind you, before the U.S. did.
Really?
Sputnik went there before the U.S.
Yeah, well, there you go. So, like, it's kind of like, it's like, let's explore this this conspiracy theory that has, like, it's like,
Yeah.
that has been...
They did not land in 1969.
Yeah, I know.
They did, however,
I
land
know.
in 1973.
I know, it's so dumb. It's just like, how's the wave flagging? It's like, dude, you can see that other people, that like irrelevant of that, you can see that other people have landed on the moon at some other points, right? Like otherwise, right? Absolutely. Well, like, why are we discussing
So the conspiracy theory
this?
is morphed into, is there wind on the moon?
Yeah, and it's just like...
But didn't they say like why it was? Apparently,
I don't know. I don't know why.
Apparently, like there is a vacuum, but they did it for aesthetic purposes because they're like, well, just an American flag falling and you can't really see
So
it.
how did
It's
they
not
do
as
that?
entertaining.
How did they do? Were they saying they had a fan or they just tapped it or something?
I don't know. Maybe like they did it digitally or something. Oh, they couldn't have because it was that old. I don't know. But I remember like watching someone say that they did it for aesthetic purposes so that people can watch it.
It doesn't
Yeah.
help that every time Buzz Aldrin's asked, he gets very serious and stares at the camera and says, "We definitely did land on the moon."
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
continues talking.
But the Ali G, have you seen Ali G's
Probably.
Buzz Aldrin? Where it's like Buzz Aldrin's ready for the moon landing conspiracy, but Ali G's saying, "No, I'm asking, does the moon really exist?"
He's so good.
Dude, one of the greatest things ever. Okay,
One of the greatest things. Ali loves that more than any man I've ever met.
oh, dude,
Ali G.
Nah, but he is funny.
talking
I've
to
been like-
smart people.
I'll pay
I've been
that.
telling him that, in my estimation, is that Jordan's interviews with these politicians is going to become huge because I sense a real Ali G vibe about them.
But
Thank you very much. That's exactly what I was going for.
very serious interview as himself.
Yeah, but like himself is just so ridiculous. It's not that like how smart he is or anything. Just like he's such a.
I mean, he definitely puts in a lot of jokes there, where it's just kind of like, oh, I thought like some broad, all-encompassing policy, talk of policy in Parliament, and then coming back with just like, oh, really? I thought Catch did that. I thought Catch walked in and did that. Hey, hi-oh! Like it is pretty mad.
But Jordan
It's pretty
like always does extremely weird shit because
I do like that. I
I
do like
blame it on the fact that like he doesn't have any siblings. He has never understood what like proper behavior is in certain situations. Like for the first time when he came to my
And then
house,
self-isolated for 10 years.
he's-
That didn't help.
He's been living a COVID life. And I tell you, I think it's because it's like the first time he ever came to my house, we're sitting down and my family is there and there's like a lot of food and Dome King is also there who was on his best behavior. But it's not like Jordan was like trying to be mean or anything, but like certain things you realize that, he just doesn't have that skill of. So what he would do is like, so if there was a curry, there'd be like a big spoon in the curry dish.
Yeah.
And then you're supposed to take it and keep the spoon back and then there's a spoon next to you to eat it.
Don't tell
he would
me.
just like, he just put it and then use that massive spoon to start drinking it from his own plate. And it wasn't a joke. It was just like,
Jesus
this guy
Christ.
doesn't know how it works.
Dude, there's definitely some fused wires where it's just like it's like the like the brain, like the electrons are going to the brain. And it's just like take a left on like like I don't know, table manners, etiquette, and it's short fired, it's backfired. Where's it going? Look, we're just gonna have to put this electricity into being very self-disciplined with writing in a computer. Just get heaps there. Go. That's the science of it.
So what I'm saying is like his awkwardness. And the other thing that I was like, I've been telling.
That is really funny, though.
Yeah,
that
it's
is
funny.
Like, that's unintentionally
So stupid.
really funny. A giant serving spoon used for salad. Gom,
And like not realizing that there's anything wrong with that whatsoever. And everyone just like, all right, I guess we're going to use our own spoons for the dish now.
Jesus Christ! Did you just say anything to him?
No, not
First time I ever learned about
You
it.
let him do it
6 years ago.
6 years ago, and he's learning the trauma. Fuck! I would have said something. I would have just been like,
The learning curve begins now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to
yeah.
learn next time. I'm
30.
just gonna be like, I made the mistake again.
I did it again. But don't worry, I'll tell you this time. I'll just be like, I would not have been able to hold that back. I would have been like, is that spoon? I would have just done the dad joke of like, you reckon that spoon's big enough for you there, champ? And then he'd be like, sorry. I'd be like, I'll get you another one. It's fine.
That's pretty much what happened.
You
No one
played it-
commented anything. And I remember
Do you reckon
asking
your
my
family?
mum.
Do you reckon your family were just kind of like, maybe this is the Australian way?
No,
Everything
no,
is bigger here.
I asked him later on. I was like, "What did you?" Because this was the first time that he ever came to my house.
Yeah.
This was before like him being famous or anything. And
Really,
him
6 years ago.
6-7 years ago,
Something like
we
that.
had
Yeah.
we just started hanging out. This was the
Yeah.
first time he came to my house, and him and Dome King both came. And then my mom's like, at the end of it was like, response was, she was like, "Oh, Dome King, such a well-behaved boy. You can tell that his upbringing has been perfectly done." And then like I was like, "Oh, what about Jordan?" And she's like, Jordan's an interesting guy. He has some
And we're
quirk.
going to their house tomorrow.
We're going tomorrow.
Why did you have to
But this
And I'm
is
going to have
Ow.
Thirsty Merc tattooed on my fucking
Oh
neck.
yeah, true.
Hey, Mrs. Ali.
Can I have some more burgers, please?
No, but like after that, she's like been accustomed to you for a long time, and now she loves you.
I've
This was her first impression of you. Okay, have you guys been following the Murdoch and his son Fallout saga?
No.
No, I have not, but Rudd has been following it keenly.
And he
I
has
bet
been.
he has. He does not have much to
Really
do.
into it.
Poor Rudd in his office being like, can't believe it. Yeah.
What's
Fuck,
the?
I'm bored. Come on. More
He-
Netflix? No, Stan today. Stan.
He resigned from News Corp because he was upset that all of the news media outlets were dishonestly reporting on climate change or something like that.
Really?
He had disagreements about climate change. But there's also like this conspiracy that like he just wanted to leave, and that's like a way of Murdoch Media rebranding itself as like, we're reformed, now we care about climate change, but also still you got to keep lowering your corporate taxes.
Yeah, dude, they just had a tiff over the moon fucking landing. That's probably what it was. I'm telling you, it was fake, pup.
I don't think that, Junior, because I am the moon. Just rips his clothes off and orbits.
And then while he's orbiting, just shouts back, make sure they don't play that home videos bullshit. Funniest home videos. I hate that
That's
crap.
Gary Packer.
Oh.
The second moon that they discovered orbiting is
Wait,
Gary
who are we
Packer going,
talking about?
Yeah.
I thought, and we just thought, and the third one is just a giant bottle of BAM. Yeah! I love that. Wait, so you're not talking about Kerry Packer?
I'm talking about Murdoch.
Yeah. See, I
Different
can't keep
billionaire.
up here. My mind's going a million
Mile a
minutes-
minute.
You know what's crazy? Like,
Still try to decongest that board game of cricket. That's where your mind
Wait, what's
is at
that?
the moment. Just, I cannot believe that Kerry Packer reformed rugby. That's what he thinks the big issue is this week.
Wait. So Murdoch isn't Kerry Packer. Give me 1 sec. Hold on. Giddy up.
gotcha. Yeah. But Kerry Packer, like in his own right, is a very evil man. But because of Murdoch, he's considered to be the hero billionaire, right?
Yeah.
And his libertarian speech in Parliament.
That was
which
boss.
was pretty fucking.
It was boss. Yeah, you clans change the laws every week. Yeah,
Which is not true. Which is like fuck
Right,
you.
maybe-
Nothing he said was true.
Yeah,
Really?
nothing that he said.
Oh,
Dude, what are you
damn.
saying? Like you change laws every week. Changing laws is a lengthy process.
Yeah.
And
I
those
can-
regulations are there for reasons.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
But that's not it. Like apparently Murdoch's one of his sons. What are the names of his sons?
Lachlan and
I don't know.
James.
James. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe that's James Packer.
So what they?
But yeah, I think James quit the board of directors for News Corp
Because
of his differences about climate policy.
Yeah. Well, so do you think this will shift the media, like the octopus, the whole like machine's outlook on global warming in terms of its
I
media
think there's
coverage?
disagreements definitely within the
Not at all. Not at all.
That's the reason he quit. So
Touche.
Dude, could it be just that he quit because like he wasn't getting a good chunk from his inheritance and he was pissed off and he made that an
I mean, who
excuse?
knows?
Well, you know what? I was talking to Rudd about that and saying, what do you think will happen when Rudd dies? Do you think that Lachlan will be...
When
You
Rudd
lost him?
dies,
When you die?
when Rudd dies, you just
Oh,
said Rudd.
sorry. Yeah,
When
I just
Murdoch
completely
dies.
misquoted.
Yeah.
Now it just really seems like it's another one of those things of, oh yeah, I'm not supposed to talk about that. But,
Yeah, I know. Rudd's like,
he has shingles.
but actually, something that I do want to talk about because people keep asking me about it, what happened v. Rudd Gillard, that's coming up after the break.
Are you sure you
But
want to
for
tell
now-
this?
yeah, I know we're gonna half the pod goes again. Fuck.
Yeah, so Lachlan...
Oh, it's stinky. Go on.
No, that's much more important right now.
What?
I
Well-
really want to know about this. Is it feeling weird on you?
It's just stinks.
No, I want to know the Lachlan story. and it is
just
feeling
the big spoon all over it.
I'm
Where
like,
are my manners?
I can't even look at his neck anymore. I feel guilty, like seriously guilty right
Yeah, thank you. At least there's some fucking guilt.
now, because that's gonna stay there.
No, he was just saying that he thinks Murdoch's son would be worse than Rupert Murdoch.
I agree with him,
Why?
He thinks he's more extreme.
Really?
but he doesn't even have to be. He's more palatable, which is worse. You know what it is? It's like that when Megyn Kelly was, when she had she resigned from Fox News because she was like getting hit on by Roger Ailes or whatever, and then everyone was like, "Oh, she's on our side now." No, she's still crazy. You just assume the same guy. He's just become like climate change is one of those issues that you know how like and I'm sorry for using the term again, but in left there's a civil war where like one is like the woke left, which is like all about cancel culture, and then there's like the Chomskys and fucking the Harry Potter chick, which is also part of the left, which is like no, this is getting too insane.
Yeah.
I think the right is also
Chomsky and the Harry Potter chick.
Rowling,
The
J.K.
intellectual
Rowling.
titans of our
and
time.
Salman Rushdie and like
Yeah.
Sam Harris and all those guys. There's like there's like this thing of like is freedom of speech more? I think the right has that same dilemma because like, dude, climate change, we are headed towards like disaster, and there's people within the right wing which are going like, well, maybe we should like own up on this issue because it affects us.
Yeah.
like the climate is. And then there's others that are like, yeah, but then like, you know, we're making a lot of money from it right now, so let's just ride this wave. I think that's what the thing is.
that they will fraction that you know the right will just fraction further, and that's a good thing because you know you can like jet skis and not like global warming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. I do
Yeah,
know what
I
you
do.
mean, but I don't know why that's at all relevant.
That
So,
like
let's just explore that idea.
Okay,
more.
you
think
can
jet
like
skis are
corporate.
responsible for global warming mostly.
You can enjoy living in Wolf of Wall Street world and tossing midgets and not.
And who wouldn't?
Yeah, I know you would. And believe in global warming.
Right. It did need those extra two.
Okay,
cents.
that's okay. That's okay. That's fine. That's fine.
No, it makes perfect sense.
It's qualified now.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people on the other side of like at least my political aisle that actually like agree with you, but they
think-
don't agree with like all of the other shit that comes with it.
Well, I agree with them.
Well, so do I when it comes to climate change.
Midget tossing, no climate change. That's a pretty good platform.
Yeah, I'm on board. With
You're
those.
into
Yeah.
that.
And meeting Tony Burke today, I know he'd be on board with
You.
that.
Why did you say it?
Ah, sorry.
Yes, I love it. And this
We're not
pod.
taking off-
Juicy.
God.
Yeah, we're not getting rid of that part. No, but look, it's just we're interviewing more people, okay?
Yeah, who
Yeah.
gives a shit? It's fine.
Yeah, anyway, should we go to
Just
the break?
stoners
talk to
watching
these
this
people,
anyway.
And then come back.
Can I wash this shit off now?
No.
No.
No,
Well,
no,
you
no, no,
could
you-
if you want, but like
You lost a game that you didn't really understand the rules to, and that's your punishment.
Fuck. The new industries of the world are so weird.
all right,
aren't they?
let's go on a break. Let's go on a break. You can wash it off.
Yeah, it'll be tattooed on.
It'll still be there. Don't
know.
you worry.
It-
No, it's gonna be there. It's gonna be
Right,
slightly
right.
lighter than what it would have been. But
God, I hope it's infused with his DNA. And as soon as he gets out of here, just have a sudden urge to listen to In the Summertime.
Yeah. Can you imagine the next time I plug in my guitar and I'm like, time to start recording some new music? Yeah. Summertime. Did you tell the
Look,
story,
while
by the
you're on
way?
Shitter,
Yeah.
I just have to give you praise for it one more time. It is the funniest thing you've ever said, and it just slipped by.
What was it?
Your rendition of walking into the shop with the guy from Thirsty Burke and him saying, "Hey, you're that guy that trolled me on the net. What is funny about Thirsty Merc?" You're not a fan of your own work. Accidental genius.
It was amazing.
can you make out that it says Thirsty Merc?
No.
Barely, right?
You can't make out anything. It's a hieroglyph. It looks like the language in the Fifth Element.
Yeah, it's a
Corbin Dallas.
But I heart is real clear. Anyways,
Anyway,
let's go on a break and then we'll come back.
yeah, cool.
I come with the future. So you know how like WA basically restricted Clive Palmer from going
Yeah,
to
that's
WA.
right, that's right.
Because of COVID, they said like you're a threat or whatever. And he filed a case against Western Australia at the High Court saying that you have unfairly restricted me and you can't actually, it's against the Constitution to restrict me. Man, I am like not a fucking big lawyer or anything, but I am very certain that Clive Palmer is going to win this case.
Yeah, he will.
Because what he needs to prove, what the WA government needs to prove is why Clive doesn't have any business in WA. or like his activity of coming to WA is not business related.
Wait a
That
second.
When
is
he owns
so
half
hard.
the iron ore, it's pretty hard.
It's hard to do, which is like I don't know. Like I think, and the reason why. So then there's the whole conspiracy angle comes because WA government is actually kind of scared of Clive Palmer because even if he manages to win like 2 seats in the next WA elections, he can have the sway with the Liberal Party. Or whatever, like, do they have nationals there? But anyways, yeah, if he can sway with like just 2 seats, he can tip the government from Labour to Liberal. And that's what that's what Clive Palmer is arguing, that the reason why you've stopped me from coming into your state is because you're afraid of me.
Wait, is it a Labour?
But the election's years
Yeah.
from now.
It's years from now, but like they're saying that the campaigning...
And on top of that, Mark McGowan doesn't have anything to worry about. You don't go down from 80% approval rating to being not the premier. That doesn't happen.
Right.
But like, isn't WA like always historically Liberal though?
Yes, it is.
So then how
But
are you
also,
sure?
look, have you ever heard of anyone in the history of the planet where 80% of the population thinks, I like that guy? That's rock stardom. That's more than rock stardom because, look, Miss Love and I hate you too. That's already 66% of the population here that hates you too.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
God you
dude.
said you to the band. I thought you meant you too. 60% of the people you hate
Hate
you.
you too.
Yeah, great.
That's
something
also
I've
true.
always-
Both of us hate you.
2/3 of the people.
But wait a sec.
Makes sense. But like what I do know is that it took the Liberal Party some real fucking up to do economically for people to be like, maybe we should give Labour a go. So I don't want to be too secure with
I have
that.
I have to say, I have to ask. Sorry, isn't Clive Palmer undergoing a serious lawsuit right now, where he can get like
Jail time.
Yeah, but he's always going through serious lawsuits.
But this one seems
No, but this one is
legit.
this time that guy's getting locked up.
I guess what I'm
in
saying is
facilities that are way better than my house. But still,
yeah, but what I'm saying is like he has, you know, Clive's got bigger fish to fry. Like him being like, I need to go into Western Australia. It's like, dude, I'm surprised. Like I'm very surprised he isn't just concentrating all his effort into a lawsuit, which very well could find him in
He's
jail.
not
'cause
a
it's
normal
criminal
person,
It's a
Miss Love.
criminal investigation.
That's how we would behave. He's not a normal
he's
person.
not a normal
he's a
person,
billionaire.
and he's exactly.
He's a
Billionaires
there's
have a different
different rules.
mindset.
right.
no, not
It's
just a different
interesting
mindset,
that you
different
know that
rules
about
for those
But what
guys.
is? What are
He
the
can throw
rules?
money at whatever he wants, including getting representation. I'm telling you, it's just a different ballgame. When you're that rich or when you're that like,
No, I understand that, but is it more the Trump thing of like? I'm not talking about the money per se. I'm talking about constantly wanting to be in the media landscape. It's like wanting to be in the public domain, wanting to be in the news, wanting to be constantly talked about.
he is an attention whore, but I think he's changed his strategy a little bit. I think he doesn't want to
I almost can what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you know, basically I'm like respect. For a guy that's looking for serious jail time, being like, that's it. Why can't I go into Aldi in North Sydney? I went to the one in Artarmon. And it's like, wow, you are relentless.
yeah.
He's a relentless man.
You know what's happened? I think it's also like Clive. Sorry, Jordan, you can like give a take on it, but like I think one of the other things that's happened with Clive Palmer is that with so much money that he spent in the last general elections, even though he never won a seat,
bizarre. To me.
I think the politicians have realized how he can have an undue influence on elections, and particularly for like state elections and local elections. He can just like, because I think he's trying to be the Koch brothers of Australia, where he just like gives a fuckload of money to these races that no one is paying attention to, and he can get his own people in those positions, and then they can come up with like mining friendly policies. That's his new game. And the reason why like the government is pursuing all of these cases against Clive is because he's come too into the attention. He was going after them with like an insane amount of money.
But am I right in saying that you know, this case is really serious and they might lock his fat ass up? Correct? This is.
I'm going to be honest. I haven't read anything about it.
No,
I have read a lot about the other one where
Okay.
he's going into Western Australia. But when it comes to the Siddiq case, all I know is,
They're criminal.
and now that it's out, because this is another ruling, God, I've got to stop dropping dimes live.
Yeah.
But
They're shit.
anyway, I was talking to some lawyer that was on the case for his criminal conduct.
Yes.
And they were saying, and this was 9 months ago, Fatty's going to jail.
That's exactly right. I'm pretty sure he's going away.
I don't know.
This is what the lawyers were saying, and they were talking to all the other like legal defense team there, and usually they speak in very measured terms of we are optimistic that we can get a favourable hearing and all that kind of stuff. But they were just straight out. I've never heard anybody say that unless they're the hillbillies in Deliverance. Just a bit of like that piggy's going to fry.
Yeah.
I don't know if he is going to jail though.
You don't think?
Well, why?
He might end up getting convicted,
just pay a giant fine. You reckon?
pay a huge amount of money. But if it is a criminal, look, maybe he is. But I'm telling you, man, how often do billionaires go to jail?
I don't know.
Doesn't happen very often.
I mean,
But how many billionaires are there?
yeah, exactly. That's
And how many of them
that's a
do
s-
illegal things?
Yeah,
Dude, how
Well,
many?
it's a-
Not all
No, but I'm just saying, like, if
Exactly,
you're
but
a
they're not-
billionaire, you've done some dodge stuff in your
Really?
life to make that.
Yeah, of
amount
course.
So
money.
what? Elon Musk is like an evil person?
I'm not saying they're evil people. I'm just saying that there would have been times in Elon Musk's life where he would have bent the rules.
Yeah, you got to
You
do
can't
it.
be totally straight edge and make that kind of money.
Yeah, I suppose you're right, but I mean, like that doesn't. That you know, that
And
comes
parti-
with the territory. I assume,
Yeah, and
I
also depends on
suppose.
like what industry you are, and if you're in tech. Also, it also depends on like what do you think are bending the rules. Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Google and these big tech companies, they often like bend the rules so much where they're not paying taxes in places that they're operating. That's kind of criminal in my opinion. But does it qualify? Do you have to go to jail for it? Maybe not. And I think similar shit might happen with Clive. He might have to pay a big amount of money, but I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, look, maybe.
I don't think he will.
I don't know.
I think that he's pissed off too many powerful people in this country.
That he has. That
Because usually the other reason that billionaires don't go to jail is because they're all on the same team fighting for
They
each
don't
other.
piss
But
off.
that guy is a maverick.
Yeah.
Truly, Clive Palmer is a force of nature. That man is only batting for himself.
Yeah.
That's also true. Do you reckon the fact that I know this might be my conspiracy theory, but I think the straw was when he filed that lawsuit against you. There were a lot
How
of people.
insane is that?
I know this
Jordan
might
was
sound
the
crazy,
crux.
but like the,
No,
the
no, it's-
optics of that happening. First of all, it became national news. People might not have known who you are, but they knew that Clive Palmer is suing a YouTube comedian. And that I don't think worked too well. Where people were like, "Dude, you were just like a bully at this point." And I think it ended up being one of the reasons why like a lot of people hate him now and are willing to pursue
Yeah.
cases and put
Well,
money
it definitely did destroy his reputation online.
Yeah.
That happened. I think also it was the first time that you hear the common sense brigade guys folding their arms in their Facebook display with no fear sunglasses on. The first time the common sense brigade said, finally, this guy's talking common sense.
Yeah.
Now that's a
yeah,
compliment.
Hell yeah.
It
If you're
is-
getting those people on board, the ones that are always saying, this guy's normally a loony, but I do agree with him on this one. And it has nothing to do with the fact that Channel 7 hates Clive Palmer.
Do you know what I think? I think that Clive Palmer personally never made the decision to sue you.
Come on.
I think this is my
Really?
theory. So this was during election season. He was spending a lot of money on the elections. First of all, he sued you from a law firm. That's like a shit law firm. It's not a big one. Or
You know why that
anything.
is?
Why?
Because it's the only law firm in the country that will deal with Clive Palmer because of how
Really?
difficult a customer he is. So it doesn't matter how much money he has. He keeps chopping and changing things to the point that even the biggest tier law firms in the country think, you know what, maybe the customer isn't always.
I think what happened was that, again, I have no proof to back this up, but I think during election season, Clive Palmer, which is like the Trump strategy of like anyone that threatens you in any which way, just sue them. You're so rich, and they're going to be afraid of the fact that you're that rich that they'll just cave in and they'll apologize or whatever. I think that was just a political strategy for him, and he had like advised his people that, okay, whenever you see this, just sue them. Because I don't think he even cared about winning the case or anything. He was looking to scare you so that you just say, I apologize.
Well, it usually works. Throwing money at people
It's
with
like the Trump
lawsuits
strategy.
scares the shit out of them because it's like, I don't want to pay. It's a unique situation that Jordan was in where it was just like, one, I can afford to do it. Two, I'm willing to lose every penny for the meme. Most housewives in like Penrith can't do that.
Yeah, most people can't, and that's what they. That's
And
what
kudos to you.
That's
for
why
doing
these
it.
billionaires, man, they're kings.
They're kind of untouchable
because he got you. But I'm telling you, man, anyone else in your situation,
Yeah.
with your fan following that didn't have the kind of balls that you had, would have caved in.
Yeah. Isn't
Yeah,
it
yeah,
amazing that
absolutely.
the most powerful force on earth is the lols.
Yeah.
It's
Pretty incredible.
It is kind of there are
Very poetic.
There's definitely some power to it, unknown power. It's like seems very illogical and stupid, but doing something for the lols is a powerful emotion and thing. You know, like
And that's honestly what I want to die for as well.
well, you
If
probably
I die
will.
ensuing some huge, massive gag,
Yeah,
like our friend who wants to get shot out of a cannon naked while he's dead and his corpse just shooting along the cemetery to the song, I'm on the house.
Hey, didn't like Johnny Depp do that for someone? That's a real
no.
thing.
He shot
Some singer.
He shot Huntress Thompson's
corpse out of a cannon.
No. He shot his ashes into space on a
Yeah,
rocket.
something like that. It was his last wish, and Johnny Depp
Nah,
did
it's
it.
still more baller just shooting a
corpse.
half-decomposed corpse out of a cannon.
And then fireworks going.
Watching it flail in the air.
Fireworks going pew pew pew. How? And then the best image of like the like landing on some old lady, and she's like, "Get it off! Get it off!" It is very funny. We have a few. I've
I've got one more, which I am
go.
actually curious about to take your guys' opinion on. And I
Sorry.
think it's like something that, this is a Wally Dolly, something that we need to talk about. It was,
We always need to talk about
henna
stuff.
tattoos. Are they too expensive?
this was also a patron segment, but like, I think this is a good one. You know what's been exposed in this whole like Melbourne COVID outbreak is like how fucking we don't give a fuck about old people. These privately run aged care facilities,
Yeah.
they're like private prisons, man. We
What?
just forget our elderly.
How's that?
They're you know, sometimes you should look at like there was a royal commission into it as well, right? Has the findings come out or?
No,
I
they
think
did, yeah,
they
a
came
while
out.
ago.
And it was horrible, man. They were like feeding old people that really need some good nutrition, things like fucking hot dogs and just
Damn, sounds
just-
mad to me.
Yeah. One man's prison is another man's
Yeah.
paradise.
But also they need some legit, and we just like
No,
we just give them some
Or-
tax dollars,
Yeah.
and these private run institutions that all they care about is profit making, try to cut the costs as
they're
much as possible.
are they all
This
like that?
army of old people that are, let's be honest, probably one of the most powerless people in our society.
True.
Because they've reached that age where no one gives a fuck about them, except for the Premier Victoria, who really loves them with
Yeah?
these news. Well,
And they don't vote for him.
They
Yeah, that's a
don't vote.
man.
No, but like one of the things that they had to
Surely-
do was like literally the government had to take over it wherever they had COVID outbreaks, or like at least one or two places where they had COVID outbreaks. It was chaos where the government literally took over these aged care facilities. So it is, and like there's someone's parents, man. Like I don't know, like how
But
to.
surely they're
It's
not.
just
It's a little
your
cultural
perspective,
shock
though,
for
is-
me.
Exactly, you're just too ethnic on the subject because
Yeah.
white people are listening to this right now, thinking, "Why aren't we just grounding them up and then sucking the nutrients that we can out of them?"
Why aren't we making them into hot dogs? Yeah.
Where's
Circle
the
of
circle
life.
of life?
So wait, so you guys like kind of don't give a fuck?
No,
about
I
We
do.
just expected that that's what happens to old
No,
people.
I mean, look,
I'm not
I-
shocked by it.
I do feel bad for them. I just think you're generalizing. They can't all be that bad.
No, there's expensive ones. What I'm saying is like there's profit making motives to a lot of these aged care facilities.
course,
When you're
yeah.
like super rich, like I know someone like my cousin who's 28 years old and has been adopted by this like old rich
Such a
couple in Surrey
bizarre
Hills.
story.
You guys know about this?
Yeah.
Well, his like adoptive mom is in an aged care facility because she has dementia and shit. But these guys are rich, and her fucking facilities are insane.
Yeah.
like it's really fucking expensive.
Yeah.
But like she gets like some incredible treatment. But these people are rich.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of poor people in their aged care facilities.
Surely the
Well,
public
that's
horrible.
their fault for not making enough money in their lifetime.
So
But surely the public ones are the worst.
I think what we can, I think, well, I don't know.
No. The
I don't
private ones
know.
are much
The private
worse,
ones
always.
would be
How-
worse.
how?
It's the same with prisons. It's the same with everything. If there
How about
is-
healthcare though? And I'm not
Exactly.
I'm not advocating that like private healthcare is mad. Like I love Medicare, but like surely the quality of healthcare with the private is better. It shouldn't be.
I don't
But that's
think-
always
I
because
wouldn't
it's a
think so.
hybrid. If they were to compete with
Yeah.
the public sector dollar for
hybrid.
dollar and they
Yeah.
weren't getting subsidies, they'd be a lot worse.
I mean, like
And
the
so
waiting
if
lists.
you have the opportunity, and it's the same with disabled care as well.
the waiting lists alone though on private are amazing. It's just like, oh, you're gonna need a heart transplant
pretty much it.
next
That's what you're
week.
paying for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cutting the line.
It's just cutting the line.
But that is
It's
significant.
a VIP part.
But it is
That's
significant.
And getting
It is
like
significant.
foxtail in your fucking emergency room, whatever.
Yeah.
Slightly less significant than cutting the line.
I don't know, dude. When you're like in that hospital,
but
you're
more
bored as fuck.
importantly, I think the nurses are hotter.
True. But that's the other thing with like private fucking aged care facilities, that it's not just like the food. Maybe they can fix the food, but what they want is like, if you're like running a business, you want more old people so that you get money. And you want to cut down your workforce as much as possible, so you have to pay less. So which means like, if you're an old person, and this came from the Royal Commission, I remember, like if you're an old person and let's say you're like, I think I'm getting like back sores because I've been on this bed for like 15 days, and you like press your button. It could be hours before some chick who's like dealing with like fucking 100 other old people is coming.
No, but
to
look,
you.
it is definitely sad that's the case, and it's an issue, and they need to get to the bottom of it. Is it just the
no,
same?
it's like, I think it's simple. You
Put
should
more funding
not.
in
No, it's not even. Don't give it to private. Nationalize these. Look, I think we need to make a commitment as like a society of like, okay, maybe like my sensibilities are a little ethnic over here, but think from a white guy's perspective or a white girl's perspective. You don't want your parents in your house when they're old. I get that. You need to put them
Not
into some other
necessarily.
home.
I look.
Your
yeah.
creation. That's why you're saying this,
Right, yeah.
if you need to put them into a home, that's okay. But these homes, if they're not like super rich private aged care homes, they should be public funded and they should be public owned.
Yeah.
Because that's the only where you can ensure that if cutting off one extra person for $50, that's just not a consideration.
And it wouldn't be like
because
that expensive, would it? For like our tax dollars, it wouldn't be that much. Would it?
I think even if it is, we have to do it.
Right.
Cut off some other, maybe those arts degrees
Dude,
that can go. I changed my opinion on that.
Yes, finally.
actually-
All right.
well, you know
That's
what?
a good trade.
If the
It is a good
opportunity
trade-off.
cost,
Yep.
It is a fair
Because I can
trade-off.
imagine some of those old people would be less annoying than people that are getting money to
Analyze
watch
Blade
the
Runner.
Animatrix. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just-
but I would be willing. To me, like this is high up on the priority list. Like I would be willing to give up a lot of stuff that I want for this because, yeah, it's
And
just,
also,
it
look,
sucks, man.
G-Math.
well, that is a
40.
bit too ethnic, I've got to say. You know what? The West is obsessed with youth because you can't give enough to primary school kids, can you?
Yeah,
You can't
This
take
is the-
away enough from 90-year-olds.
It's kind of brutal.
Just
yeah.
look at like the response to COVID. Everyone that like has a scare, you know what they always say? I have a fucking 2-year-old. I have a 3-year-old. I'm really scared of giving it. Dude, they're
gonna
gonna,
be fine.
recover instantly,
Yeah.
and they're probably not even gonna show symptoms.
Yeah.
You know who you're not giving a fuck about? These fucking old people that will die from it. But everyone's attitude is like, oh no, I can't give it to my kid, and that kid is like literally 30 years later is gonna be giving the same person a middle finger and sending them off to an aged care facility.
Yeah,
we have our
dude.
like fucking priorities wrong a little bit.
I agree. That's one thing that the old, the DES has over.
Yeah, well, like because you're afraid that you're gonna get your ass whooping. if
These
you don't-
two spiritual retirees. You're never more at home sitting down complaining about the ailments of society. You are retirees.
Pretty much.
I'm content with. I think I'll be
But
the
I'll back
first
him. He's
generation
your
to
ve-
die in a retirement home. I think. Yeah, because like I don't have any expectations of my kids looking out for me. When I'm
Why,
old.
dude? I don't think.
I'm probably not
because
gonna
you
marry
shouldn't rely
someone
on
from
your
my
parents.
like.
But not all. Who? Look, it is really just Anglos that like lock up their sort of parents and let them die. Like, basically, our production team are going to let their parents they're going to be very bad to their parents. And I see someone nodding. One's nodding. Gus is editing
With
or
such
something.
fervent agreement.
So
He's looking forward to it.
he's looking forward to them dying. It's just going to be the thing in The Simpsons where they pop the champagne. It's like, you wait for the day, but you're never really ready. So, like, I feel like if you're like Anglo-Saxon and your last name is Smith, those parents are going to be
Can I ask you a
fucked.
question? Because like I don't have white parents. What do they think about this system? Are
I've
they
never-
okay with it?
I've never talked
Or
to
do
them
they
about
like?
it.
Are they upset? They're like, you kids, you don't look after me. Or they're like, well, I guess that's what happens.
Like
Just
my-
put me in a home. and
Well,
I'll die
as
slowly.
in reverse, that we really care about the youth as a concept. We don't care about them societally. In fact, I don't think we care about anyone societally. We just care about Clive Palmer. We are reopening a border to a state that is basically COVID-free just because we care about Clive Palmer's feelings.
Yeah.
Like, that's about it. That's what our entire system is run on. It's just money. There is no ethics there.
Dude, COVID is definitely gonna kill Clive, wouldn't it? Dude, you know who's dead from COVID?
Herman Cain.
Oh my God, I
How
was
did we forget
sad
about
for
this?
days.
Citizen Kane.
Citizen Kane.
Who's that?
Dead.
I don't know who that is, seriously.
Herman, go on,
Well,
introduce
that's very
Herman
disappointing,
Cain.
Miss Love,
Why?
because he is the funniest man of all time.
Really?
Was, unfortunately, rest in peace.
You remember this? You ready for the gotcha questions? Oh, I'm ready for the gotcha questions.
Oh.
Somebody asked me who the president of the Becky Boo Boo stand is. I'm going to say, I don't know. Do you know? And then I'm going to ask this. How's that going to create one job?
And
I
then
love how you only...
And then he got like, didn't he get accused by like 50 women of like sexual
Yeah, no,
assault?
he was like
straight after?
he was the Republican front runner for
Yeah.
the candidate in 2012, and then
Are you
one
just-
came out with sexual harassment allegations, still at the top. 2 came out, 3 came out, 4 came out. Oh, they can't all be telling the truth. 5 came out, 12.
Jesus.
I don't know, man. I think
No,
it's
at
all a
that point he was like-
conspiracy. And then it got to like 24, and then he
Vice
started dipping in
president.
the
I think I can be
polls.
vice president.
Wait, you're not talking
But
about
man,
that
he's
really
dead.
sleepy doctor, are you?
No.
No. Ben Carson
That's him.
is another hilarious human being because that is amazing that he's always just halfway through blinking eternally.
So that guy died.
Yeah, from
He
COVID.
did. And how good is
Wow.
this that he was just going to all of these? It's idiocracy. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Going to all of these Trump rallies saying, look at all these people out here that love freedom. Just breathe in that freedom. What the fuck mask do? What's a mask gonna do? And then he's dead. He's dead.
That's
He's making so many speeches
really
about
scary.
yeah.
Dude, he died. He died for a cause. He genuinely believed
Yes, to
that it's
own the
bullshit,
libtards.
and he died.
He died owning libtards.
What like, okay, so I've heard mixed things about the masks. Some people are like,
Of course, you've heard mixed things from
yes, I've heard some people say
a recycled news source of Alex Jones and Candace Owens.
yes.
Yep.
Some people have said that like the mask doesn't prevent shit. It just prevents you from touching your face and stuff, so it's good. But then some people are saying like it absolutely helps.
No, dude. Like apparently, like it does help.
Oh, okay. So
Most of the transmission apparently comes from breathing. It's not touching. That's
so
a real
You've got to
small
be like
part of the
close.
pie chart.
And it also helps if you've got it. Look, overall, it doesn't hurt, so it's fine. Man, I got like I've been watching.
Oh, no.
Because like I got every day I wake up and I'm like, how many COVID cases in New South Wales? I'm basically like I'm a mum.
That's
and
all
I
right.
get freaked out.
Join
and
the
like
club,
I got
Dalf.
freaked out today, even though there was like 9. But I was like, oh my God, Victoria, it's coming. So I was like, okay, I'm only gonna go out with a mask now. And I wore a mask.
Like
I had to
Pepito.
go for like grocery shopping. But people were looking at me like no one else was wearing it in my neighborhood.
Really?
And people were looking
And
at
you're
me
in a
like
hot spot.
are you in a hotspot?
no, not really. But like close to my area is a hot spot maybe.
Yeah,
But they were looking at me like
hotspot.
I had
Burgers.
COVID.
I don't want to die.
They were looking at me like I had COVID. Because I was wearing a mask.
Well, fuck, that's stupid.
It's so unaccepted. Oh,
Dude, Gladys
the more
just
you-
said you got to wear it on public transport. She said,
well, I wasn't using public transport, but what I'm saying is like not many people are doing it, and it like It
Do
makes
you guys
me,
predict that because Melbourne, Victoria is popping off? Do you think that it's gonna? I mean, it's already hitting Sydney. Like
but
Potts Point, it's popping
not
off.
Not nearly. As we've still got it under control here,
Right.
For the time being.
Because like there are pockets around Sydney where it's popping up again. Potts
Yeah, but,
Point,
like,
apparently
all of-
Crow's Nest.
Potts Point is there, but like all of those we're able to like trace where they're coming from.
Yeah.
But like you're in a Melbourne situation. In Melbourne, you've got like 300 people that are like, how did you get it? No idea.
Shit.
That's the scary
Do you reckon
bit.
they're gonna have a lot more? Have they had a lot more deaths in Melbourne, in Victoria, or is it more just cases?
No.
Just cases.
No, deaths to like we've got like 128 deaths up till now or something.
Yeah, but comparatively, New South Wales handled it way worse. So when it starts popping off here, it's going to be way bigger than it is.
Jesus
Yeah, it would be. And also like
Christ.
I think it's just
quickly because I
matter
don't really.
of luck, really.
How's it
that
going?
They fucked up, and it could have been us. It
Just
could've-
as a little like the project segment, but like, how's it going globally? I know that America, it is like the Black Death. From my understanding, it's still really bad in Brazil. But how's
Latin
You know
it?
what's
America-
incredible? My secret rat was recently just saying that
My
Thailand,
Pepito. Yeah.
has 0 cases. There's a bunch of third world nations that have eradicated COVID.
So Pat CU is the answer. It's all that chili fries it.
yeah,
haven't
maybe
eradicated it.
It could be the sprinkling of peanuts. The jury is still out on that, but it has been.
Yeah. I don't know why he's Italian. Yes, here is my delicious Thai food. Do you like
It
these?
looks like fettuccine.
Man, and U.S. is probably the worst.
Yeah, America's.
How much,
Actually,
like,
no,
they've lost like
Brazil.
8% of their GDP
hey,
this quarter, like some ridiculous amount. Singapore has lost 2/3 of their yearly GDP.
wait. So how is Thailand so good?
Because they actually followed what the doctors are saying.
Which was
this
what?
is
Wear a
exactly what he was
mask.
pointing out, which is that, yes, but also eradicating COVID is easy. You just had to follow what the experts said.
But what were the
Our economy
steps?
would be up and running again, and we would all just be like WA, except for we had Scott Morrison in power.
But what are the steps? Wear a mask. Don't go outside.
These are the steps. There is a global pandemic. Yeah, just keep letting planes come in from China.
Right.
Good for business.
Right.
Man,
And that's what we've been
Maybe,
doing?
yeah, maybe. And this is a crazy idea. Maybe you shouldn't have allowed that to happen.
Yes. He's a
that's
wily
true.
one, this
You know what?
Jordan,
Also, we shouldn't allow to happen. And I don't want to be like this hysterical guy's like, this is crazy. But you know, people are like catching flights from Melbourne to Sydney and
It's not
just going
hysterical.
home.
It's not hysterical. That's not.
I love people from Melbourne, but like I don't know if that's
Nah,
the best
fucking
strategy.
bomb
I don't like
Melbourne.
people from Melbourne
Bomb-
anyway.
bomb Melbourne.
Yeah, I just want a permanent ban from Melbourne.
But like, don't you think that's a little fucked though? Because like that's a recipe for disaster.
It is, but
Dude, of course.
And like
a
it's
recipe-
happening right now.
Why?
We
Why
do-
is it happening?
I don't know.
we do have to bounce. We do
Yeah.
have to get out of here.
no,
this is
not
a real
yet.
confounding trauma. All right, well,
One
look,
more thing.
Yeah, what?
I want to know just real quick, because America, it is scary. Do you think that this has destroyed Trump's chances of coming back? Do you think Biden's going to win because of Corona?
Yes. It'll be the easiest landslide.
What do you
I
think?
really like the
hope
idea
not.
of how.
Who's the third? I want Kanye. I'm on Kanye's side. now.
Kanye.
Kanye 2020.
Yeah, that fucking hoodie. You should've
Fucking
guessed.
Kanye. Yo, man, like, can you imagine his fucking policy? Everyone gets Yeezys, but I'm eliminating all public funds. Like, no, like it's like public school out, public housing out, public education out. But you'll get every family gets 4 pairs of Yeezys.
You can trade those in for a really large shoe and live in them like that old woman in the fairy tale.
I think that'd be dope. Yeah, I know.
But the projections are that Biden's gonna slay at
Dude,
the
I'm
rate
pretty-
at like
I'm
the
down
polls
for
that
it.
are-
I'm down.
But I also do like how hilarious the American empire has become, that it allowed Donald Trump to come in and then the next president is Joe
Biden.
Biden with dementia
Do you know
and
who-
coronavirus.
do you know who's the-
wins?
He has Corona.
No, but basically, he's going to get it. Look at how old he is.
He's so old.
Everyone has corona.
Dude,
in
I
the
have to
US.
say, I know that like there's Biden has not a like perfect track record, and there's a lot of questionable things about him and everything. But like, and this is a really stupid reason to like him. But dude, I think he's really funny. Because he's so old now.
Grandpa Simpson for
Yes,
president.
his grandpa Simpson.
Which
He's
is the style at the
he's
show.
so old now. Like, did you watch his interview with Obama? He did one recently.
Obama interviewed him?
They interviewed each other. Yeah.
Each other?
Yeah, they
just
spoke.
had a chat.
I haven't. Was it good?
Yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed it, but
I'm Joe Biden, and I've forgotten this message.
dude, he literally is. This is how he talks now. He goes, "What do you think, Obama? We gotta get this guy out of the canteen of the office. We gotta get him out. You gotta get him out." It's like, dude, are you gonna die any minute? You look like you should be resting
And
in
he's
bed
still beat
permanently.
Bernie. Why? This
I
guy
don't
has
know.
dementia. He
Yeah.
has COVID. He's
But
like,
you have to
he's
admit, dude,
insane.
it could be
he's
kind
like,
of
isn't he like? Doesn't he have like several allegations?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
has.
does.
He's fulfilling all. And then
And he's
Bernie,
done-
on the other hand, no woman has ever complained about the
Yeah.
man. So like, just has this impeccable record.
should have been Bernie.
And it's like, nah, I'm gonna go with the guy who
Do you
keeps
know why?
forgetting what
Because
his
of an
name
aging
is.
population. The aging population looked
Biden.
at Bernie.
No. It's the media, as always.
No,
It's the
that's
media.
not true.
No, the old people would vote for whatever CBS News told them to vote for.
Oh, so
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so you
Alex
reckon-
Jones is right. It was mind control. That's what it was.
CBS were just like,
But I do again find it hilarious that they controlled the public's mind into voting for Joe Biden.
wait a
Yeah.
sec. So
That's
what?
awesome.
So what did
Who's
CBS?
a loser candidate? Let's be real.
No, I don't.
I
Think he
wanted
is.
to
I
win.
think he is a born politician. That man. I think
Yeah,
he's
like
actually a very impressive.
1914, he was a born politician.
He is really
now
old,
he's forgotten
dude.
what
Like,
he is.
I don't. Okay, just
But
hypothetically.
with age comes grace.
Oh, hypothetically, if he carks it before the election, what happens?
Oh, then Kamala Harris becomes president.
Who?
That is who
But,
he's going
like,
to pick.
you
as
just
VP
want to
for
hope
sure.
that he dies after the election.
Why?
You want to hope that he dies after presidency. I don't want Kamala Harris being.
Why is
president.
she? What's her deal?
She's annoying.
No, but
Is
she
she?
will be the
She's not
president.
funny.
Yeah.
Apparently, she's like the most likely VP pick, which is
it's got to be
kind
a
of
woman.
ridiculous.
It's got to be a woman.
No, it can be a woman, but there's like Tulsi Gabbard, dude. She's a
Yeah,
woman.
Tulsi Gabbard would be a great.
She'd be
pick.
I
awesome.
don't know any of these people.
It's just like that's what I'm saying. Like all of their like, dude, Elizabeth Warren would be good, but that's what
Nah, she's annoying.
she's kind of annoying.
I like her.
No Pocahontas.
Tulsi
come on.
Gabbard is just the alpha version of her.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
sorry, sorry, we're on the net. Chad version.
So, dude,
Kamala
dude,
Harris
I
is
never thought I'd
annoying.
say it, but if Biden wins,
You're getting another henna tat.
no, it'll be nearly as funny as a Trump presidency.
Yeah. I'm excited.
It's a win-win,
It's a
boys.
win-win.
All right,
As
well,
we learned, LOL's the most powerful force in the universe. I'm sorry, but it beats the propaganda model. That's why he's the president.
And-
Do you think? Okay,
I'm gonna make a quick announcement. We have to
Alright,
go.
sorry.
I'll make a quick announcement. By the way, guys, thank you for the Patreon subscriptions, and we really appreciate
Oh, yeah.
your Pod Up Late subscriptions.
Yeah.
As a result, we have now decided. I haven't told the boys. I've unilaterally decided this, but they'll agree to
Thank
it.
you.
thank you. Meeting
We're gonna
on
be
air.
doing 4 a week for no extra cost. We just want to thank you for
4
that.
podcasts a week.
4 up late a week. Oh, sorry, a month, not a week. A month.
Fucking hell! Talk about a
Month.
full
Wow,
time
yeah.
job.
It's not like
So
I
there'll
don't
be-
have anything to do.
Every week they'll.
I mean, I don't, and it freaked me out.
Sorry, my bad. A month.
For
So
a
they're
month.
2 a month right now. There'll be 4.
Hey,
a
well,
month.
you know what that means? More Patreons. Come on. we're
Yeah,
not
come
made
on.
of
You're going to get
fucking-
an extra podcast every time.
No,
How do you
many
think we can
pods.
afford these goddamn henna?
You know what my whole day is now? Pods from sun up to sundown. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
Just constantly, just like, you go over here. This ATM machine, just getting poked around to certain mics. Sit down on that one.
Hey, I
Get up.
get
Now that one there.
Hey, I gave you a bite of my burger the other day. You're not appreciative
And then
enough.
me just running up to like a couple of the 50s being like, until the hand just goes like that. I'm like, oh, sorry.
I'm not making that same mistake of that guy that was throwing out the $100
yeah. It's my birthday.
All right,
but we
can
do
you say
love yous.
goodbye?
We do love you, Zol.
Goodbye. We had fun, we had laughs, and we learned something, didn't we? Make sure you give us money on Patreon.
Bye.